let's look at SCOTUS, and I think I'm going to do the long read today on this. What about SCOTUS? The Supreme Court. Now, they've got ultimate power. They can't be censured. It's like I was listening to today when Kavanaugh came up. 82 complaints against him, and SCOTUS wouldn't look into it. They just, ignore everything. And there are no, they have the supreme power over things. And the only one that can change the laws concerning them is SCOTUS. It is run amok. So this is really something that should be looked into. How can they have all the power and there's nothing that can be done about them? So this is about looking at loss. Looking at loss, and the challenge is, they can tie things up. Okay, SCOTUS can overturn things like Roe v. Wade, all of these things, and there is a tying up with this. There is like a swords in the back. The things that we need to look at with it. Conscious thoughts. They have the power. Okay, they have the ultimate power. They have the ultimate control. And this can be a very dangerous thing. Okay, the way they see themselves. Continuing to work on things. Now, if you have a corrupt Supreme Court, okay, and there are no laws on the book to restrain them, this is a recipe for disaster. In the middle of it all, let's see what we have. In the middle of it all, we have that sense of stability, and also this is my card for the White House. Okay. If you have that, because with that energy surrounding it, if you have corruption there, okay, if there is corruption there, and they're putting out, things that are illegal, and they're in alignment with a corrupt White House, and they have the ultimate power, this can be a really dangerous thing for this country. In the past, we had Trump in there. We had 45 in there, and he put justices in place, okay? Justices in place that are about the more of that Republican ugly agenda, okay? And again, if there are no laws on the books containing them, censoring them, you can have a very corrupt happening in place. Hidden things, okay, short term. They could hide things. They could keep things under wraps. They could, behind the scenes, doing things that we don't know. And ultimately, we need to make some judgments about it. Judgments about hidden things with the Supreme Court. Underneath of it all, we need to get to stiller waters, because we are kind of in a tightrope with this and we have to see what they're holding to and the corruption that can be in place with this. And it's something that needs to be walked away from, okay? I got the card of the backdoor deals. Russia backdoor deals. This is my thing that if they have that going, then they can put to rest, downplay things coming up, overturn things, and we can have a real mess on our hands. So really, the power of SCOTUS needs to be looked into, and we need to really look at the fact that maybe some laws need to be on the books that can contain some of their power. How can you have a ruling thing that the only one that can make changes with them are themselves? Okay? This is, what is that? Absolute power leads to corruption. And SCOTUS has absolute power. And if you get someone in the White House which is corrupt, and they continue to put in corrupt judges, what you're going to have in that point is corruption. Okay? So is there something that can and will be done about the overreaching powers of SCOTUS? Let's look and see that. Will something be done about this? Are they going to wise up to that fact? Because we have the thing now with Kavanaugh. Okay, he should never have been put in there. We have the thing with Clarence Thomas. His wife works for all these uber right things, okay, taking money. So again, this is not looking well. So going into it rapid, might have something coming rapidly down the pike about, the overarching power, the overarching wealth and things that they have going, okay? In the center, this is a burden. This is a burden that we should see, and we have the wheel. This is something that really needs to be looked at when it comes to the Supreme Court and their overarching power. Why? Because they can really cause difficulties for people, beleaguering them, okay? And especially with the wish-fulfilling card, when you have a corruption in there, okay? This is the card of the merchant. They can be bought. If they can be bought and they can be sold, okay, then this is a worry, and we need to look at the wheel, and it's time to look at these things, what they're being fueled by. Underneath of it, we have judgment. Judgment, it's a tower moment. It could come down to a tower moment because they have overarching too much power. They have too much power. And their judgments could lead to a tower moment, okay? It could lead to a big implosion if you have a lot of corruption going on with there. So this is something, yes, that we need to look at. How much power they have, the fact that they have nobody over them, and if they are corrupt, Lord help us, okay? So something to be looked into, and something that we should be really considering pushing to get legislation, I can spit it out eventually, about. This is something that we need to look at seriously, because this could be a huge, huge problem for our country. Okay, so much love and light. This is not to put fear mode in people. Don't get in fear mode. Things that are coming up are things for us to look at, and things we might want to look at engaging and start moving towards changing this system. Okay, there can be a way to make laws to change this system, and it does need to be changed, because absolute power corrupts absolutely. Okay, so let's look at this deeper.